Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Rs Ki Pepsi, Humara Shah Rukh Sexy, episode 6, I think. Today is
Six, yeah.
hopefully like a Valentine's special episode. At least that's what we had planned, and that's why I picked today's movie. So yeah, basically, why I picked this movie, I wanted to pick Veer Zara because it's Valentine's week, and also because I wanted to watch Veer Zara. But Digvijay did not let me pick it because he wanted to save it for, I don't know, maybe like a बेटर एपिसोड फ्यूचर में थोड़ा ही सेड कि सारे अच्छी मूवीज अभी नहीं खत्म करते तो मैंने बोला चलो कोई खराब मूवी पिक करते हैं वैलेंटाइंस डे के लिए एंड आई रियली डोंट लाइक मोहब्बतें एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई हैव पिक्ड मोहब्बतें बिकॉज आई कैन गेट इट आउट ऑफ द वे and it's like a Valentine's special. But apparently, that's not a popular opinion. A lot of, I mean, it's like a massive box office hit and very beloved movie to a lot of people, especially Preeti. So this is hopefully going to be a fun episode with a lot of banter. Quick summary of the movie. So there is this Gurukul, which is like a very strict boarding school, boarding college type of thing. जहाँ क्या पढ़ाई होती है, nobody knows. But very strict rules. You can't leave the campus. You can't fall in love. Yes, not falling in love is a rule of the campus, enforced by the very patriarchal principal of this college, Amitabh Bacchan. Um, and into this atmosphere comes Shah Rukh Khan, who is this very romantic music teacher. In his like very signature kind of chashma, violin, and sweater looks, which are obviously very popular. And there are three students that he is now going to teach to fall in love or encourage to fall in love. So a lot of newcomers in this film. There's Uday Chopra, Jugal Hansraj, I think, I don't remember, and Jimmy
Hansraj,
Shergill.
yeah.
Yeah. And each of them have like their own plot line going on with three of the women newcomers in this film. So Uday is falling in love with Shamita, who is this more very modern sort of girl from Paska Girls College. They have a very annoying plot line. Sorry, I really don't like this movie. I'm going to try to minimize the, at least while giving the summary. But yeah, so they have their plot line going on. Then Jugal is in love with his childhood sweetheart, best friend, Kim Sharma, and who's dating someone else. And then, yeah, we'll get into the rest of that soon. And then Jimmy Shergill falls in love with this very young widow whose husband was martyred in war. And like she has obviously societal restrictions and she's internalized a lot of that and whatever. Yeah, and then SRK and Amitabh obviously clash because of ideologies and also because what is later revealed in the movie that SRK was in love with Aishwarya when he was a student at the school. Aishwarya was Amitabh's daughter, and she ended up taking her life because Amitabh did not approve of their relationship. He did not let them be together, and yeah, that's the premise of the story. There's a lot happening, a lot of different love stories, a lot of different mohabbatein. But you can watch it on Prime Video, and I think it's on a couple of other channels if like you pay extra to rent it and stuff. So yeah, so let's jump into thoughts. Preeti?
Preeti
It's
go
on me
right after.
directly, Preeti.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
already said like a bunch of things I don't like about the film. So let's hear what you loved about it.
Balance it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
हाँ, ठीक है भाई मेरे पास so I'll tell you it's a 3.5 hour runtime movie and 1 hour of that runtime is music. First of all, that
It
1 hour
is
I will
1 hour is
yeah 56 minutes something. That's
you
the
did the math.
runtime of
Oh, that's less than I
I
would have
did the math.
expected.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
lot, yeah. 56.
एक-
Wow.
If you remove the
हाँ, तो
music, it's still long enough to be a feature-length film. Like it's a 2.5 hour movie
Yeah.
without music, guys.
Shit.
if you remove the music, I will not watch it.
That's
That's
true.
I mean for me the music is everything about the movie. The background score, the theme, like the whole movie is bound by music is what I love about it. And honestly, I think it's also coming from a different school of I don't know, growing up. Like I come from like my family's from Haryana, like a lot more people with orthodox thought process. So for me, like lot of what fighting against the orthodoxy, patriarchy, or rebellion is something which is, I think it's personal for me, I guess, and that's why bachpan se I've liked it. Ki haan, this whole respect is not, no, people don't love you or respect you. They are doing this because they are fearful of you, and I think that's what the movie's core conflict for me is. Of course, also I think back in 2000, doing something which has 4 and 5 different meanings of love. Like it's called Mohabbatein because even though the cast is annoying, the dialogues at some points are annoying. I'm not going to take away some of these facts that this movie is not like it's a dream or whatever. But yeah, there are different sides of love. There is Shah Rukh Khan's eternal love. There is friendship wala love. There is passionate love between Shamita and Uday, which has no passion in it. It's very annoying. And then there is Jugal Hansraj Kim's some cute whatever friendship love. So I think, or did I cover the friendship already? I don't know. There's somebody I'm forgetting, but it's okay. But there are
Jugal
4, 5
Hansraj
different,
and
different kinds of love, and there is a conflict wala, like the societal wala love, which is Jimmy and Preeti's character, like this arc, which actually I was very involved into as a child, and even today, that's the couple I'm rooting for. So I think maybe it's done today. If you see it, probably not in the best way, but I still, I enjoy every scene between Shah Rukh and Amitabh. I love them, yeah. I think it's a romance between Amitabh and Shah Rukh, and it wasn't paid a lot of attention to. But yeah, I love it. And I still have fun watching it, apart from the whole aspect of the cringy dialogues and that Anupam Kher and Archana Puran Singh are wasted in the movie. So I think I spoke a lot. So Diggy, I will just throw it on to you.
So I don't have any extreme opinions. I don't love the movie. I don't hate it. It's a good movie. I would not watch it if Shah Rukh Khan wasn't in the movie, because Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan are essentially saving grace of the movie for me. They do act very well. I mean, of course, and I think Amitabh Bachchan really sort of fleshes out these characters really well. So that intimidating patriarchal figure, he does that in K3G also. So I too enjoyed it, but I think part of the reason was we were also chit chatting throughout the movie and pointing out the funny things about it. I've
And Deeksha
never
hating it.
I've never really sort of liked it a lot also, and I've never felt it was a bad movie. I always felt it's a decent movie. There are much better movies, and I think there are much worse movies also. And to Preeti's point also, okay, Shah Rukh and Amitabh Bachchan, when they come on screen, those are my favorite parts. Like, I think they portray those scenes, and both of them sort of there's a lot of intensity there. And I'm like, of course I'm a Shah Rukh fan, but I'm a Bollywood fan in general, and to see actors or stars of this caliber and actors of this caliber together is always a treat. You put them in a bad movie, I will still like it. तो अच्छा ही लग रहा है देख के, right? Such big people on the screen together. So those are my feelings about the movie. Music, I know Preeti loves a lot, but apart from 2-3 songs, I don't think by बहुत special music. The music is good, but we could have done without a few songs, in my opinion.
Oh, I actually disagree there. I feel like music is
That's
the
it.
only saving grace for that film. Like I mean, I love the music.
I
I love
think
the soundtrack.
music
I've
is
heard and watched the music videos hundreds of times, no matter like what my opinions about the actual movie are. I don't think I would touch any song. Like I would keep it all
yeah.
as it is. Like, they're very iconic songs to me.
But then yeah, I felt at least at least one that song where they're all respectively dancing, वो थोड़ा tune बज रहा होता है पीछे से, and all three of their love stories are sort of reaching their
The sexy
culmination.
song, what Preeti called.
It's called a sexy song, is it? वो जो भी है,
No,
मतलब
it's
not
called
called
the
that.
Mohabbatein theme song,
Yeah.
something.
I really
जो
liked
भी
that
था,
scene
it
actually.
was
That was one of the few scenes that I enjoyed, because I was like, it was just very like beautifully done. I thought, like, from a cinematography perspective, it was really nice, and I don't know that you didn't need to have dialogues to convey what was happening in that scene, right? Like, and I think you didn't need to have lyrics to that song also, which I kind of really liked. Like, it was just very subtly, very well done. Like, good conclusion to each of the
Okay.
respective plot lines. Like,
Actually, personally, मेरे लिए हमको हमी से चुरा लो, चलते चलते आंखें खुली. These are the 3 best songs. All the other songs are good. मतलब मुझे लगता है वो ठीक है, थोड़े से यहाँ वहाँ भी होते would have been fine. These 3
no,
songs
yeah,
are
the holy
like
one is also very
that's
nice. That
USP.
Sony Sony.
Yeah.
And
I
That is
love
good.
I
That's a
I
good.
have
मतलब ये मेरे लिए it's
opinions.
not iconic.
hmm.
Those 3 songs are iconic.
Guys, by the
Those
way,
really represent.
उस गाने में होली चल रहा था, उसके बाद रोज डे हुआ, उसके बाद वैलेंटाइंस डे हुआ. लाइक द टाइमलाइन, द क्रोनोलॉजी किसी ने समझी क्या मूवी में क्या चल रहा था? इट वाज
नहीं,
थॉट अबाउट
रोज डे
दिस
सबसे पहले
लेटर.
होता है. रोज डे
हाँ,
सबसे पहले
रोज डे
होता
सबसे
है.
पहले होता है और
फिर होली
वैलेंटाइन डे
आती
सबसे
है.
लास्ट में होते हैं,
फिर
लास्ट
नहीं,
में होता
रोज
है.
डे आता है, होली आती है. यार वो 1 हफ्ते की मूवी थोड़ी ना, वो 1 साल की मूवी है ना
हाँ,
पूरा.
1 हफ्ते की मूवी है यार.
आई डोंट थिंक एक
That's
साल
how
की
नहीं,
I
मूवी
think
है.
of it.
या
1 साल की
क्या?
मूवी है वो. 1 हफ्ते की मूवी कैसे हो सकती है? क्योंकि वैलेंटाइन डे तो
ब-
पहले आ चुका होता है ऑलरेडी. और फिर लास्ट
कैसे
में
आता
वैलेंटाइंस
है
डे आता है.
बताओ?
दे गो.
नहीं,
शुरू में
तू
वैलेंटाइंस डे आता है.
नहीं आता दुआ. एक सेकंड, पहले वैलेंटाइंस डे कहाँ आता है? उसमें रोज डे आता
नहीं
है,
आता.
होली आती है, नहीं आता है यार. एग्जैक्टली. सो
1
फॉर
हफ्ते
मी,
की मूवी है ये.
हाँ, इट्स that's what I realized yesterday कि ये टाइमलाइन में कुछ
चांस
तो
ही नहीं
गड़बड़
है.
है, क्योंकि
नहीं
एक
नहीं,
हफ्ते में कैसे हो
ये
सकता
तो
है
नहीं
ये
हो
सब?
सकता यार. 1 साल की मूवी है. ऐसे तो
हाउ
मैं
कैन
पता
इट
एक
बी
हफ्ते
एक
में इतना कुछ
साल?
हो. हाउ
It's
कैन इट
not
बी
एक
एक
साल
हफ्ता?
डिग्गी. Yeah, exactly. It's एक हफ्ता, and that's why it's the first time I
बुलशिट.
realized
रुको, मैं
that the
विकिपीडिया पढ़ रहा हूँ
Valentine's
अभी. ये कैसे हो
the
सकता है?
No, so
ये
okay,
तो
I felt
बहुत ही weird हो जाएगा.
some of the plot lines seemed like they'd get sorted out in 1 week, like the Uday Shamita one, but some of them, like the Jimmy
Yeah.
and Preeti one, I felt would have gone on for way longer. Like that felt like
yeah.
it needed months of build up to get to like whatever it was. But I felt, I don't know, the way that
यार,
the timeline is
wait, hear me out.
depicted.
In 1 week he they वो डांस प्रैक्टिस भी करने जाता है उदय चोपड़ा. ठीक है. वो they fall in love also. वो he joins उसका कैफे, starts working there, and उनकी वो कैफे पार्टी भी होती है. He becomes a piano teacher and Amitabh Bachchan
हाँ,
tells him to not be a
हाँ.
piano teacher also. That happens in 1 week. Bullshit. ये तुम लोगों ने तो कुछ गलत कोई और मूवी देखी. 1 साल की मूवी है ये. ऐसे हो
I
ही नहीं
think
सकता.
I think
इतना
हम
जल्दी
बहुत
कैसे हो
ज्यादा
सकता है
लॉजिक
ये
ढूंढ
सब?
रहे हैं, हम बहुत ज्यादा लॉजिक ढूंढ रहे हैं, but I don't think
But जो
movie
No.
बनाने वालों ने इतना सोचा. I think probably happens over the course of one
नहीं.
semester, but they just used the events the way they wanted to. Like they created Holi when they wanted to. They Holi Valentine's Day पहले कैसे आ सकता है? ये बताओ. Like that they've just done some chronology they've created just to
Exactly my
create those
point.
events.
इसलिए 1 साल है. इसलिए 1 साल
अबे
है ना.
नहीं
1
यार.
year.
नहीं, हाँ, मतलब मुझे अच्छा ठीक है. ओके, आई थिंक वी नीड टू मूव ऑन फ्रॉम द टाइमलाइन मिसमैच. बट हाँ, मुझे बचपन में लगता था कि दिवाली, पैरों में बंधन happens in Diwali.
Yeah, it
Also
has a very Diwali
because
vibe.
the movie released around Diwali, it was an October release. क्योंकि very संस्कारी वैलेंटाइंस. आज जेनजी वुड बी लाइक ये ऐसे कैसे वैलेंटाइंस बना रही थी जेन एक्स. तो
Gen X ऐसा कोई
बट हाँ, इट वाज
Valentine's
आल्सो
नहीं
अ
मना रहे थे
रियलाइजेशन फॉर मी कि दैट्स
मेरे हिसाब से.
बट yeah, I
Sorry, I
agree
cut
with
you off
that.
your
And I
train
would
of thought.
I had no, not at all. I have so many thoughts about like I wanted to add some things about the whole strictness of like how they portray some of the things about Amitabh's character. And like I said in the beginning also, that what speaks to me is that the rebellion of all of these things are not unrealistic to me. Like I didn't go to a like a Gurukul or something. And at the same time, हमारे bags check होते थे यार. Valentine's week के around, if there was a letter or some gift or something found, like assembly में जब सब लोग बाहर खड़े होते थे, like talk about lack of privacy. So all of this sounds were expel कर देते, expel नहीं करते थे तो suspend कर देते थे.
तो तुम लोग कैसा
और
होता था कि तुम्हारे बैग चेक किए
and पेरेंट्स को बुलाते थे.
जाते थे कि लव लेटर तो नहीं लिखा है वैलेंटाइंस डे पे, गिफ्ट कार्ड कुड लेके
Yeah,
आ रहे हैं?
yeah, yeah.
यार मेरा तो स्कूल
हाँ
काफी
भाई गिफ्ट मिल गया तो मतलब तुम तो गए बेटा, मतलब तुम्हारे मतलब आई ऑल्सो रिमेम्बर दैट।
हाँ, मेरे स्कूल भी ऐसा नहीं था यार, मतलब
या
हमारा स्कूल तो खैर थोड़ा, मेरे मॉम उसको रिवरडे हेल बोलते थे कि तुम्हारे स्कूल में कुछ भी चलता है तुम लोग कुछ अलग ही हो। बट दिस इज लाइक इवन दिस
ये
वाज
तो
न्यू फॉर
काफी
मी कि
एक्सट्रीम
तुम
है,
लोग
एज
ऐसे
इन दैट
बैग
दैट
बैग
फील्स
चेक हो
वेरी,
रहे हैं।
या इट
करने
फील्स
तो
लाइक
यार बेचारों को वैलेंटाइन डे पे ले
हाँ
चिट्ठी तो लेकर हैं वो, मतलब उसके बियॉन्ड कुछ करें तो अलग बात है, चिट्ठी तो लेकर हैं।
मतलब लड़की का स्कूल हटा देते
हमारे
थे।
हमारे बैग चेक होते थे फोन्स के लिए, फोन के लिए
बट
चेक होते
इट्स
थे बैग, रैंडम चेक्स। कोई फोन तो नहीं लेकर आया, बट दैट वाजंट वेरी वैलेंटाइन डे स्पेसिफिक।
हमारे भी होते थे फोन्स के लिए, बट वैलेंटाइंस तो हमारे लिए ऐसे डर होता था भाई, मतलब so I never used to go to the assembly because it was not accessible. So I used to be in the room. So I know they used to check bags because I saw them checking it. So
यार ऐसे तो मैं किसी इसी रैंडम लड़की को किसी रैंडम लड़के के नाम से चिट्ठी लिख दूं, कोई ना कोई तो करता, हाँ करता ही होगा कोई ना कोई, बच्चे तो बहुत ही
के
रैंडम होते
अंदर
हैं।
का
I'm
लाइक
sure they would do it.
दिल साइड दिख रहा है ठीक
हाँ
है trying to get someone into trouble. No, but I think it's worth mentioning
but
that these
coming
kids are not in school. Like, I think we established that yesterday, right? After multiple iterations of going back and forth, that this is a college setting.
college,
Like, ये
they're in
तुम college
college.
में, like, practically adults, these
Yeah,
are all 18 plus people that you are, like, having this level of monitoring for. मतलब, even if, let's say, you made a case कि चलो बच्चों को इतना level का discipline रखना is accepted. These are not kids. Like, this is, I don't know. I don't think कॉलेजेस में तो ऐसा कहीं नहीं देखा, कहीं सुना नहीं है मैंने, देखा तो मतलब उतना ही है जितना मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है, बट
हाँ
हाँ,
maybe
बट
can't
मतलब
say.
मेरे को लगता है कि like for me this is not unrealistic. For me, the dad being this person, who first of all is a 50 or 55-year-old person who is being taken care of by a 19-year-old girl. Like in the movie, you see specific scenes where Aishwarya is saying चाय बन गई है, ये हो गया, वो हो गया. I mean, I would imagine, like today we would imagine the other way around, like a 90-year-old kid would somewhere be taken, like it's almost like she's the, she's the now woman of the house because there's no mother and she's taking care of this
Yeah.
man. And one fine day when she's telling like, okay, he doesn't like love because it gives him pain because he lost his wife. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, the mother's photo looks more or less like Aishwarya
नहीं, I didn't notice
when
that.
she's
But
crying
I
about
did
that
see the
Mangal
photo, but I didn't
Sutra.
think इतना similarity है. Also, do they anytime say कि
Haha.
he dislikes love
I don't
because
think
he lost his
so.
wife?
I think it was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
implicit.
Okay.
I don't think they mentioned it anywhere. But because even I remember I was looking for that moment in the movie or like some
Moment.
kind of backstory कि भाई इस बंदे को इतना खुंदस क्यों है, like why is he so uppity? I I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Um,
found that setup at Aishwarya and Amitabh's house very regressive, to be honest. The idea that like a 19-year-old girl who's मतलब उसका अभी her life should be around whatever, building the rest of her life. Like she should be either in college or whatever, learning some skill or experiencing life. And instead, she's at home and she's like literally managing the household as a woman of the house. And I don't know, I really that did not sit well with me at all. And I'm trying to look at it as a product of its time, but it's not like they were not a well-off family. They could have afforded help. Because he's like the principal of this massive
It's
school, right?
2000 also यार. It's not
Yeah.
even
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's not
It's
even
that
70s
era
80s
na
में नहीं.
where
2000 में तो इतना नहीं you would expect from a
Yeah.
movie. क्योंकि उस टाइम पे आपकी और भी अभी तो we saw Josh and all of those.
Yeah.
yeah,
Much
Josh
It's
and
like
Mohabbatein released the
Pole
same
had
year. It is
opposite
such
same
a,
Aishwarya.
year. Yeah, yeah. Same, exact same year.
but that's what sets. That's why it's more massy and it was so accepted as a movie as well, is because some of these things really relate with so much of the population. Like that's how I see it because I saw many women of my village really relating to that aspect because 18-19 साल में शादी हो जाती है हमारे यहाँ, या
इसलिए
नहीं
हाँ
भी
हम लोग
होती है तो
बहुत, हम लोग
14
बहुत
साल
सिटी
की.
पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी सोच रहे हैं.
हाँ, so मतलब I think that's why it was more massy and this was such a big success because we all know patriarchal Amitabh Bachchans in our own houses. And I know women who've lost lives because they loved somebody. Yeah, it's not like in my extended family. because they were just school se nikal liya, college se nikal liya, so much dropouts, all this. Maybe I think this is becoming a serious episode for a movie which was not supposed to be that serious. But I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, I think my POV comes from that aspect, that when Shah Rukh Khan enters, that there is sunlight and he's trying to give people flowers at a building which is so tall and intimidating to even enter with happiness and glee. I think for me, it's like the movie starts from mostly the second half, because I see the conflict a bit more like from Aanखें खुली हो या बंद से लेके the end is something which has in grip for me. I don't care about the other Chintu Pintu in the movie as much.
Yeah.
I think
Actually,
where my strong opinions about this movie come from is I see we watched these movies like as children at very impressionable ages, right? And I feel like a lot of the ideology about women that is portrayed, I kind of internalized as a kid, like not just because of this movie, but because of movies in general that released at that time, right? And especially the discourse around what women wear and that whole victim blaming sort of thing that's going on with what that Jugal and Kim wala storyline. Like I spent years in college and after that just unlearning that sort of thing, that what you wear it does not define who you are or your value, and moreover it's your business, it's nobody else's. Like there was just so much discourse about women's clothing in this movie. Like it was pissing off to watch yesterday. I'm not joking. Like I know I joked about it, ki ye kya chal raha hai, ye kya bakwas hai, but genuinely it made
yeah.
me mad that this is the kind of movie that you watch as a child, and these are the ideas that you learn at that age, and then like you grow up believing it, and it's stuff you still struggle with. Like, and it's not just me. I know a lot of women
Yeah.
with like similar things, right? And dude, that dude, fucking Shamita and Uday wala jo bhi storyline tha na, because I was infuriated every time both of them were on screen. I'm like, yaar, hatao inko. This is just
Like, you
rubbish.
could have completely removed the storyline
Yeah.
altogether, just had it been about two
Yeah.
boys and two girls, and it would have been a much better movie, I feel, because
Yeah.
time कम हो जाता है एक तो, and a lot of idiotic stuff, and एक तो दोनों को acting भी नहीं करनी आती, so their writing is bad, their dialogues are bad, their acting is bad, their story is bad. There's literally no saving grace. And I don't think Shamita Shetty can dance well also. मतलब तो it's pretty
I
crap.
think she was
And-
okay at dancing, like especially compared to the rest of the newcomer cast that was there. She was,
हाँ, but ठीक
I
है,
would say, in
मतलब
the top 50 percentile of dancers. But
top 50% ये एक मतलब passing mark है यार.
Top 50 percentile में आ गया वो.
True. And मतलब,
Yeah.
so I understand that they went for like fresh faces, and like Uday Chopra obviously got an easy in into it, and everybody else. Shamita Sethi of course maybe also, but I don't know others. उनका क्या scene था, their connection to the industry. But I mean, if there's anyone apart from Aishwarya, Shah Rukh, and Amitabh Bachchan who really left his mark on the movie, was Jimmy Shergill.
yeah, for
मतलब
sure.
he carried those 5 other people, उनकी acting on his back. मतलब वो जो भी line है, जो भी script है, he does such a good job of it. And I noticed this in another movie. There is this lesser known movie, मेरे यार की शादी है.
It's not lesser
Yeah,
known.
इसमें
it's
भी
pretty popular, I think.
ज्यादा लोग को नहीं पता होता यार. ज्यादा लोग को मतलब ज्यादा देखी नहीं होती है, पता होता देखी भी बहुत कम
Sharara,
लोगों ने होती है.
sharara. It's
अब
that,
इतनी
no?
सबको नहीं इतना
Sharara
अच्छा
is not
लगता है
from
ना.
that.
शरारा शर It is
Is
from that
it?
movie.
He's from
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Oh,
movie.
wait,
Yeah.
It
I
is.
was
उसके
thinking of
उस
something
मूवी के
else.
गाने इतने अच्छे हैं, you'll be very surprised. Maybe we'll talk about some other time. But उसमें भी there is Uday Chopra and there's some other new actress, right? And उसमें like even Jimmy you feel bad for Uday Chopra and that actress के यार why are they pitted against Jimmy Shergill. He's such a good actor and वो कुछ भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. And same in this movie, like what an actor यार. That was I think his first movie debut था शायद. And
I thought
like
he made Preeti
wow.
Jhangiani also look good. Matlab, because
हाँ,
she's already so
yes.
beautiful, and because her pairing was
Yeah.
with Jimmy Shergill, I really didn't find anything to complain about in that entire storyline. Like it was just beautifully done.
I think वो
And
storyline ठीक थी, like मतलब
अच्छी
जो
थी,
उसमें
yes.
जो problematic parts हैं उसमें inside the movie commentary भी है कि वो
Yeah.
those parts are not good, right? In the part of
Even
her bhabhi who says get over yourself to her father-in-law, कि
yeah,
अब
yeah.
let her move on. Yeah.
It reminded me a
So
little bit of
Did you?
Dilwana, and like I was thinking in my head, like second movie where Shah Rukh
Yeah.
Khan is talking about like actively promoting widow remarriage for like
yeah,
that was nice to see.
true.
Did you know Mithun was supposed to play the Bhabhi's husband?
Oh, what happened
What
then?
would
And they
he have done?
scrapped it. Yeah, so
Like जो
Sridevi was supposed to,
non-existing husband, मतलब जो frame में है ही नहीं.
Yeah.
So
Well, not important to the
Sridevi was
storyline,
supposed
so.
to be the mother of Aishwarya, but she said no. And
Of course,
I
she
think
said no. She's
Rani Mukherjee.
27 at that age, yeah.
She was what?
She was 26, 27. 27 when the movie came out, maybe 26 when they started shooting, I guess.
Sridevi.
No, Sridevi.
Then?
Oh, you're
Sridevi,
talking
I'm
about
saying.
Sridevi.
Sridevi
Oh,
is,
Sridevi.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Shit,
she
sorry.
was
I thought
supposed
you were
to
talking about
be.
Shivali Shah. Yeah.
Oh,
No, no,
okay,
no.
okay.
No.
Uh,
Sridevi was supposed to play Amitabh's mother, बोल रही हूँ, Amitabh's wife, and Priyanka Chopra was supposed to play Shamita Shetty's character, and now I think sometimes it would have made
Priyanka
so much
Chopra.
difference. Yeah, like at least she's a good actor. Like
I don't think it
whatever.
would have
I'm
made
glad,
much of a
I'm
difference.
glad she didn't. It was a very bad role. I'm glad she did. बहुत ही
Yeah.
smart decision था कि अगर शाहरुख के opposite आना है, maybe not this this sort of a character.
हाँ मतलब
And
6
one
साल
more
But it
वेट
is.
trivia.
करके उसको डॉन मिल गया तो like I think she went the right path.
Yeah,
And one
look
more
where she
trivia
is
कि
now.
Rani Mukherjee was supposed to play Aishwarya's role, but she said no क्योंकि उसने कुछ कुछ होता है मैं already भूत का character play किया था.
No. What? No. ये कुछ joke है क्या?
Yeah. No, you joke me. It's true, dude. I did my research. Uh,
What I also did my research, and what I read was कि आदित्य चोपड़ा shortlisted शाहरुख खान, ऐश्वर्या and Amitabh Bachchan की यही these parts are written for them and I will offer it to them. Nobody else can play them. This is
मतलब
Wikipedia.
मेरे को जो
Not
पता है
even
कि
like not even level 2
प्राइम
Google research.
प्राइम पे है यार. प्राइम पे जब मूवी देखते हैं हम तो उस पे आता
अच्छा
है
उसका
ये.
जो
सो इन केस
एक्सरे जो
पीपल
आता है.
वांट टू एक्सरे पे है वो. But
अच्छा.
yes.
That's surprising.
And Aishwarya was never shown in the trailers, or she was a well-kept secret for the movie, and
Yeah,
that's
that
why
I
we
saw.
don't see her name a lot. And earlier she was supposed to be a cameo, but I guess she became famous. I don't know, however her role progressed, but seeing her on screen is wow. That was she's so beautiful, man. Also, I give me Manish Malhotra. Give me Mickey Contractor's makeup. Like they look so
Whose makeup?
ethereal beauty. Mickey Contractor. Mickey Contractor did a lot of 90s, 2000 makeup. Like he's a
Oh,
very
अच्छा
big
अच्छा.
makeup artist
Oh,
for.
oh,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
know
know.
a lot
Today I
about
learned.
makeup people
Yeah,
now. But they look
This
so
movie, her
beautiful.
costume
Like
designer was Karan Johar, no? That I don't know
and
why,
Manish
but I
Karan Johar,
Malhotra.
remember
Manish
that
Malhotra.
very
Karan Johar and
random
Manish Malhotra.
detail कि
So
शमिता
Karan Johar
शेट्टी के
designed it.
outfits Karan Johar ने design किए.
Karan Johar
Karan
designed the
did for
costume
the
for
men.
Bachchan and Khan, and Manish Malhotra, Bachchan, I'm reading it off Wikipedia, that's what I'm saying, but Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan,
No, I
and
think
Manish
I remember
Malhotra
seeing
for
this in some
Aishwarya
interview.
Rai.
I remember seeing this in
बाकी
some
सब
interview about Shamita
yeah,
Shetty's
and
outfits being
those
designed by
such a
Karan Johar.
bad attire यार, such a bad attire. मतलब वहाँ वो लड़के पूरे सूट वूट में घूम रहे हैं, वो बेचारी लड़कियों को आप क्या बना रहे हो, मतलब it's
No,
But
but I
यार
pretty
thought
bad.
ऐश्वर्या को कितने सुंदर कपड़े दिए थे यार.
I
और
think प्रीति को काफी
So I
सुंदर
think
कपड़े दिए थे ऐसे.
clothes were used as a way of commentary on people's character also. Na, कि
Yeah.
Aishwarya, very pure, platonic sort of a love, young love. So she wears suits and all. Similarly for Preeti Jangiani, who is widowed, and their love is also shown in that manner. It's very, rooted in platonic, pure sort of feelings. And whereas Shamita Sethi and Uday Chopra, who share the only sort of lip lock scene in the movie, they are all Uday
yeah,
Chopra bhi आधा नंगा घूम रहा है with his sleeveless and showing his biceps, and Shamita Sethi also dresses quite skimpily. Let's just very, and that's what the tag. Those
I
clothes have been given a sort of a commentary behind it. Okay, this represents XYZ, and
Which is
very
what I really
obviously in
did not
Jugal
like.
Hansraj.
So
हाँ, exactly. Kim Sharma is wearing a dress, and Jugal Hansraj कह रहा है कि ये तुम नहीं हो. This is why your relationship
no,
isn't
and
working
also
on. Tells her to cover up.
the implication in that scene that like this happened to you because you dress like this, and I was
Yeah,
just that was really pissing off because he doesn't say it in that way, but he indirectly implies it, and I was just like, yeah, this is gone. Like I will never spend 3.5 hours of my life again watching this film. I have done it enough times by now, but yeah, I mean, I think we've spoken a
so
lot about clothes.
that's a very interesting lens though, Deeksha. I'll tell you what, because of course I'm also unlearning a lot of things, as you said. Today also my village people would say so much about my clothes. Like I'm a 31-year-old woman paying my own bills, but still people say whatever they want to. And at the same time, every time I watched that movie, how I looked at it was that in the first scene between her father, like Kim's father, when he's going on a date and he's wearing a suit, which her like his dead wife used to love 20 years ago, and she goes really pissed, like a all of that like bitch moves but she says that you are changing yourself for somebody, and you shouldn't change yourself because कोई प्यार करे तुमसे करे नहीं तो change करके करे तो सौदा करे. And that's the exact callback this guy uses at her when this whole thing happens. You change yourself to be with this guy because he's rich and all that. So I I never saw it in that way
I don't
until and
think he ever
unless
said
I
because he's rich. No, I think it was just like some kind of thing that maybe she's aspiring towards, and that's why she's dressing like that. And I
No,
don't
I
know
think
what
he
she was implying,
implies
but
that this is what he wants you to be, and that's
yeah.
why trying to please him, you are dressing like that. But it wasn't done in the right taste.
yeah,
It
because he
was
said
like for me
the
it felt like a callback.
question she asked was ये मेरे साथ क्यों हुआ, and that was the response he gave. I cannot take that out of context. His response was
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
direct reply to that question. So yeah, and even that dialogue that she gave to her dad, I felt it was so unnecessary. Like, dude, the guy is dressing up for a date. Let him do it.
Yeah,
मतलब उसने
exactly.
blazer पहना है,
Yeah.
तुम्हें अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, उसे अच्छा लग रहा है, वो आया है खुशी खुशी से, ठीक है? He's laughing, he's smiling, he's like, I am ready for my date. You come and you tell him, no,
that
you're
was
looking like a
unnecessary.
joker, take off the suit, and you're like, she goes on to give this भारी dialogue कि नहीं तुम अपने आप को बदल रहे हो किसी के लिए. What rubbish.
And she
Yeah,
gives a
I
very
hated
bad
it.
jacket also. Like वो अजीब सी sleeveless jacket देती है, उसमें कुछ इतना अच्छा भी नहीं लग रहा होता. I think suit में better लग रहा था. But
मतलब जैसे भी
yeah.
लग रहा था, but it was him, ना? He was trying to make an effort. If men making effort to meet women is green flag, guys. Like, please, ma'am, whoever you are listening, if you are listening, please dress up for us. Even if it's a dated 20-year-old red suit, I would love that. But yeah.
But yeah, this movie did insanely well, no? I mean, it's the highest grossing movie of that year, apparently a silver jubilee and all of that. Like a massive,
Silver
massive
Jubilee
hit.
थी.
And I think, yeah, the music obviously was a big hit. So that also plays a big role. इतना अच्छा music उस time पे चल जाता है, so it gives a very good boost to your movie.
Yeah, and I think
And
the
I
fact
think
that it
उसका
had
जो
both Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan in it
Yeah.
also would have worked, because like by then Shah Rukh Khan had
Star
garnered
power.
some level of star power, and he was fabulous in the movie. Like we've gone like 35 minutes of talking without mentioning
Yeah, we
how
talked about Shah Rukh
amazing
Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan was. Like I think on that note, now that we have figured out how to cut and paste audios to combine two Zoom meeting calls, we are going to take a short break, and we will be right back. Hey everyone, we are back. We have started a new free Zoom meeting, which we will later attach to the old one. And interestingly, this is coming after a conversation we had that episode बहुत लंबा हो गया था. थोड़ा next time say we have to cap it at 40, but there were many things to be said about this film, so we are back and extending beyond our self-imposed
And we
cutoff.
have two people feeling very passionately about this movie in very opposite and extreme directions. So I think using more time for that is absolutely appropriate.
Yeah,
But
I
I
will
think
bring
we
Shah
can.
Rukh Khan.
Yeah, I was saying that let's talk more about Shah Rukh Khan. Podcast is in his name. Yeah.
La 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 la. It's like
Shah
my
Rukh Khan
intro
entry
to
music.
Shah Rukh Khan. So dreamy, yeah, so dreamy. Shah Rukh is so dreamy in this movie. Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Like
really
he's
liked
like
his
this.
look,
that
like that whole
the
chashma,
mood is
violin, sweater on top of the shirt, and like it was very मतलब एक तो उसके dialogues भी इस movie में बहुत slow से थे. Like it was a very romantic character from the get go. Like not like his usual characters which have that witty banter right from the beginning. मतलब not usual characters, but typical romance वाले characters तो वैसे ही होते हैं कि एक banter sort of witty सा एकदम character रहेगा, और वो he has something to say to everyone, he has something to respond to everyone. But it was just very gentle and like very beautiful. I thought like it was a nice nice, very nice role for him. I thought, like, I really enjoyed his part.
Yeah,
in it.
when this movie came out, so every year we used to go to the hills, our family and the whole family, like cousins and or mom's cousin and everybody. So 20, 30, 35 people. And obviously, used to feel a bit cold there. So I remember one of these trips we were going to Badrinath, which is a pilgrimage which we used to frequently go to, and we stopped at some place. And this is how I sort of, put on my sweater. I felt कि ठीक है, I want to little bit emulate Shah Rukh Khan. Sweater भी पहन लूंगा. And my cousins, oh my God, one sister of mine, she made so much fun of me. Arey, look at this, trying to be Shah Rukh and all. It lasted whole of 2 minutes and the sweater came off and I wore it normally. Screw it, यार. ये लोग तो छोड़ेंगे नहीं मेरे को. But
यार मतलब वो क्या
yeah,
क्रेज था यार उसका, शाहरुख खान का स्वेटर
this
ऊपर
whole
लुक,
look,
द
यार, and
टर्टल
the
नेक्स.
specs and turtleneck and sweater, he's looking effing fabulous. मतलब बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है वो.
मैं मोहब्बतें टाइटल ट्रैक 50,000 बार सुन चुकी होंगी अपनी लाइफ में विद वीडियो, एंड आई कैन जस्ट लुक एट हाउ dreamy he is, at least in that song. Like, I mean, wants me to be romanced in that manner so much. Also, we don't do videos, but I wore the turtleneck, which is gray, only because in the song there
Yeah.
is a part of it. But yes, कितना
And Shah Rukh
सुंदर है
does it.
यार.
So I've just noticed twice now. I'll notice it more. Even he did it in Badshah also with Twinkle Khanna. He did it in this with Aishwarya Rai. They're romancing and all. उसके पीछे से आएगा and then he'll do that finger walk on their neck. Oh, I think that's his move. I'm going to watch out for
I
it.
think
वो
he has
move
a lot
उसने
of
कर
moves,
दिया.
guys. Because he did the move also in this movie.
The
Like
move.
the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
episode that we're doing where he has done the move, like the बाहें खोल
Arms
के
open move.
invite कर रहे हैं
Yeah.
लड़की को, like that वाला. And
सूरज को
dude,
और
he's just
लड़की को दोनों को.
he's so boyfriend coded in this movie. Like he's you see him and you're like, yeah, I want to go on a date with him. Like I want to go on this romantic candlelight dinner with him. And I am not even a romantic person, okay? But like Shah Rukh Khan is just so he just gives you that feeling ki matlab, like even Diggy said, na, you want him to romance you. He's that character.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling those feelings. Imagine anybody else. Yeah, Shah
गाइस
Rukh
मेरे को तो
is.
लगता था बचपन में कि ऐसे नेक पे रोमांस करना और किस करना और ये सब मतलब यही होता है, लाइक सेक्स हो गया मतलब दैट्स व्हाट.
प्रीति यार.
आई नो
Oh,
दीक्षा के
that's
मम्मी पापा सुन रहे हैं, बट
no, but that's
ऐसे ही
actually so
लगता था
cute.
मेरे
I
को.
mean, that's actually so cute. That's what you thought of, which is.
मतलब it used to feel so sensual, so sexy, like the whole,
It
like
is.
I
It is
feel
very
the whole
sexy, very sensual.
anticipation.
Shah Rukh does
The
that. Shah Rukh doesn't keep it all. So even when doing very platonic Bollywood restrictions kind of thing, he raises the tempo quite a bit.
Yeah,
And
dude,
that's why
at
there's,
least
I think that's
उसकी
why.
आंखों में ही कभी-कभी वो दिख जाता है, like that. I don't want to say havas because it's Shah Rukh Khan, but you can see
Passion,
it.
let's say passion.
Passion, fine,
See the
yeah.
passion.
You can see the passion in his eyes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also in the
Acting
song
with his eyes.
when they say तुम पे मरते हैं हम मर जाएंगे, ये सब कहते हैं हम कर जाएंगे, like that part, like his eyes, man, I can't, like it is just so, it feels real, and at the same time it's the guy singing it even though the girl is a dead person. So I think मेरे को तो बड़े ही ऐसा लगता है goosebumps मतलब पूरे मूवी में actually, like every time Shah Rukh Khan is on the screen, even when he's angry. Also, wet Shah Rukh Khan, angry Shah Rukh Khan at Amitabh in the climax. My favorite Shah Rukh Khan.
I liked how
Also, so
I liked how they made him very glowy. Like in all the scenes that Aishwarya was there, they gave both of them like a little bit of a glow. Their colors, their like clothes were also lightly colored. So this whitish, yellowish, तुमको थोड़ा सा चमका दिया. Like I guess to imply that he's having a मतलब reverie or whatever. But it was really nice because it was just so beautiful because दोनों का chemistry इतना effortless है. Like I think मैंने ये mention किया था, but whatever went down between Shah Rukh and Aishwarya at a later time, I feel like if that hadn't happened, they both together could have been as iconic as Shah Rukh and Kajol because their romance is, it's so, they both are so beautiful first of all, and they both are really good actors. They're both matlab very
Yeah.
evidently you can see it in their eyes that when their characters are in love with each other, like they are both really good together is what I felt. I'm low-key excited to watch Devdas whenever we do it.
Yeah, it's like that ना, तुम जीत गए और वो बोलता है हम जीत गए. Like when they all fall in love
हाँ
with that music reverie, and then it's like हम जीत गए, even though she is not really there. I guess my idea of hopeless romanticism, which probably didn't go, let me anywhere in life, really began from all these movies. Like I accept it,
which is
and
true
at
for
the
a lot
same
of people यार. मतलब Bollywood gave us
time,
ideas of
Yeah,
romance,
yeah.
men, women,
For
everybody.
sure.
Like हमको लगता था कि ऐसे ही होता है, यही होना चाहिए.
मेरे
Good and
हाँ
bad came out of
यार,
it. But
मेरे को सच में लगता था कि मेरे को किसी से प्यार है, वो इवन इफ दे आर नॉट देयर, इफ दे हैव गॉटन, यू नो, दे हैव लेफ्ट द वर्ल्ड एंड ऑल दैट, बट they will always with me and love is eternal and all that. Like it's such a, I didn't realize it that it's so personal. Like प्यार दोस्ती है तो हम कभी आएंगे जब कुछ कुछ होता देखेंगे, because मेरे को लगता है कि मेरे सारी लव स्टोरी ऐसी रही है. And on that I
सारी
wanted
love
to
story.
mention one small thing while we are on love stories. So in 2017, 18, I had an ex-flame जिसके घर गई थी मैं. Parents से मिलने, all that was a friendly trip, not really, but उसके घर पे there is this whole wall which is inspired by मोहब्बतें leaves. तो एक पूरी वॉल है जिसपे, because is a Shah Rukh fan, a big Shah Rukh Khan fan, तो जब वो अपना घर बंगला बना रहे थे, the mother was so adamant कि मेरे को एक वॉल चाहिए जिसपे मोहब्बतें के leaves. Oh, and it is so beautiful. Like as we talk about how movies have impacted us, यार उसके पूरे घर पे मोहब्बतें का पूरी दीवार है यार, मतलब so crazy.
I
अब
can
उसकी
तुम्हें
see
शादी
वापस
होगी
प्यार नहीं
किसी
हो गया
और से.
उससे?
I
तुम्हें
can see
वापस प्यार नहीं
cogs
हो गया
turning
उससे?
in Digvijay's brain where he's making a mental note of decor ideas for his future home. कि मतलब how
अरे
do I
मैंने तो
make
सोचा ही हुआ है, like future current home पे I want a Bollywood wall. I've told Anjali quite a few times. It's going to be very SRK sorts, but have to invest some time into it.
यार उसकी मम्मी से हो गया था मेरे को, लेकिन अब उसने किसी और से शादी, मतलब मम्मी ने, बंदे ने किसी और से शादी कर लिया हैप्पीली, सो but I couldn't not
चलो.
mention that wall, यार, like so, like I wish I'd thought about it, but इंडिया में फॉल नहीं होता है as दीक्षा said. लेकिन शाहरुख खान जब वो पत्ता लेके लिखता है लव यू, मैंने बहुत सोचा अपनी लाइफ में कि कोई मुझे ऐसा है लव यू
यार पर
बोलेगा तो
थोड़ा तो
वाह
होता है यार.
यार.
चंडीगढ़ में यू सी ट्रीज एंड देन यू फॉलिंग लीव्स एंड ये सब तो
हाँ
आता है
हाँ,
अगस्त
दिल्ली में भी
सितंबर में.
होता है
हाँ
वैसे,
but
मुझे
वो
लगता है
हाँ,
बैंगलोर में
बैंगलोर में
yellow
नहीं
भी.
होता
red
होगा.
red वाला अरे जो मतलब typical depiction of fall with the changing colors of leaves from green to yellow to red, that doesn't happen in India anywhere. मतलब हाँ पत्ते गिरते हैं पेड़ों पर से, सब जगह गिरते हैं यार, वो मैं नहीं बोल रही, but you don't have that the red leaves. I don't think I've seen ever, not just in Bangalore but कहीं भी मैं गई हूँ मैंने हिमाचल वगैरह में भी नहीं देखा है. तो that I felt कि मतलब without that also they're able to bring in that like मतलब you feel like you're experiencing fall when you watch that movie, right? Like with जो भी मतलब even with the brown leaves they're writing on it, it is romanticized and it is done, that part was done really well. I thought like that was nice.
यार मतलब हाँ, मेरे को तो लगता था पत्ते चाहिए, वायलिन बजेगा, लाइक लाइक
हाँ
आंखें
बट
खुली हो
ये
या बंद, जब वो
मतलब
आता है
दिस
तो.
gestures like sort of small grand but at the same time small gestures, right? कि while आपने उस पे लिख दिया तो you save it a lot of years. यही ऐसे ही करना चाहिए, यही होता है रोमांस, डेटिंग, लव, व्हाटएवर. That's
हाँ यार,
that's how
नरेन
you
इज
build it
डेड,
up.
लेकिन वो फिर भी उसके लिए केक लेके आ रही है ना, हैप्पी बर्थडे राज बोलने के लिए. मतलब कहाँ है मेरा केक? जिंदा करके भी नहीं लेके आ रही.
It's okay.
I'm
कोई
very
नहीं.
passionate about that
ये
song.
क्या
I love it very
प्रीति का
much.
तो इस मूवी को लेके पैशन इतने ज्यादा डायरेक्शंस में है.
मतलब मैंने एक छोटी बच्ची के आंखें खुली हो या बंदो मेरे घर आती है तब वो तू रू 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 तू रू रू करती है
that
यार,
song is
like.
damn good. Like I think मुझे इस मूवी से सबसे ज्यादा वही गाना याद है, and climax scene जो शाहरुख and अमिताभ का है, which is a very 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 amazing scene. Just
जहाँ से
because
आप
I
देख
I
रहे
I
हो.
love I love seeing them together in that, and दोनों के intensity of their acting. It's I just stories ऐसी भी हो, but just when they're on screen, I will always appreciate it.
I also really like the last scene between Shah Rukh and Amitabh, and I like the somewhat
मेरे
मतलब,
को
casual banter
पाप नजर
between
आ रहा है
them.
all that.
The casual banter between them in the first half was also nice, but I felt like some of the scenes in the middle of the movie were just very unnecessarily dialogue-y. Like it felt like a very verbose ego clash between the two, and some of that conversation was I don't know, it felt very try hard. Like, that whole thing ki, मतलब ठीक है, I get, I will accept कि, तुम नहीं छूना चाहते हो पैर, तुम मंदिर नहीं जाना चाहते हो. All that is fine, like, it's a little dramatic, but it's okay. But नहीं, मैं प्रसाद भी नहीं लूंगा, ठीक है, वो भी ठीक है. But अब मैं प्रसाद ले लूंगा because, अच्छा, उस दिन मैंने टीका लगाया था, तो तुम उसका प्रसाद दे रहे हो. That whole conversation I found so dumb. Like, I was just like, ये क्या चल रहा है? But ठीक है, that is, I'm just nitpicking. But the rest of the scenes with Shah Rukh and Amitabh were fine. I like the banter at the beginning, and the last scene, of
That I
course.
feel is okay. That I feel is a product of its time. That something like that is a product of its time.
Fair.
That
हाँ
over dramatization, showing ego clashes, you cannot do that in just subtle.
Yeah.
Just up subtle language में दिखा सकते हो वो. तब if you have to show that two big personalities are going against each other, you need to add some dialogue with gravitas, and which I felt that is fine. उतना तो चलता है
हाँ
यार. You need
यार
it.
मतलब
It feels
honestly
like, of
मेरे को
course,
तो
यार
भी
इतना तो
लगता
होगा
है
यार.
कि यार नहीं but Digi, I'll tell you honestly,
Yeah.
even today, if sometimes we have to talk which is logical to our parents, it feels like कि तुम बदतमीजी कर रहे हो, तुम हमें उल्टा जवाब दे रहे हो, so then to have that dialoginess, I think it helped back in 2000. So like 20 was a little late to write some of these things to make some gravitas in my conversations. But I think for me it worked. Like the dialogue,
Yeah.
that dialoguing worked for me. Uh, so
Cool.
yeah, I think I'm sorry, Deeksha, you had to watch
No,
it
it's
with me.
okay. I mean, I'm sorry that you had to watch it with me. I would
अभी तो
not
बहुत
want to
movies
watch
आएंगे यार.
a movie that I love with someone who will not like it, because I have gone through that experience of watching K3G with someone who didn't like it, and I did not enjoy that experience. So
Oh shit. I can't.
no, in the sense that I was just getting
बहुत गुस्सा
irritated
आता है.
by all
बहुत
the
गुस्सा आता है.
nitpicking. Exactly. And so I can
Yeah, that's what.
sense what Preeti's feeling, but this movie just did not do it for me. Like, I think I could just not get past all the parts that pissed me off,
Yeah.
and then I couldn't appreciate some of what you guys probably are appreciating about the dialogues and the, like, the gravitas of Amitabh Bachchan and just the presence of the two superstars
What's
on
the
the screen.
favorite song?
I think so as a
What's
child
the
I
Feel
used
like
favorite
कुछ
to
song?
तो अच्छा बोल.
I will change it.
as a child I used to really like Pairo Mein Bandhan Hai. That and Pia Pia. I remember my sister and I used to dance around on those two a lot as kids. So that I think has some personal
Oh.
memory for me. I really like holy songs in movies. So मेरे को सोनी सोनी बहुत अच्छा लगता है. That's why when Digi did not mention those two songs, I was personally offended कि मतलब ये दोनों गाने बहुत अच्छे हैं movie के. But I think if I have to pick a favorite, it'll be Aankhein Khuli Ho Ya Band, because it's the music is so iconic and the dance is so nice and the whole scene is so well set up with the colorful dresses and the tuxedos and dancing around and violins, and
Yeah.
it was just really nice.
And the whole Monica, oh my darling.
Oh,
Yeah.
Helen.
My God, yeah, the Helen,
Too
like
good.
I can't.
मतलब उसने
It is
in
just
that one song she outacted like half of the cast of the movie. कि
more
मतलब
than half of the cast,
more than half of the
clearly.
cast.
But she's
हाँ.
so good, like the energy, and at the same time, I think it's also that Shah Rukh is giving her that you can just see in that song, in that Helen part, that Shah Rukh is enjoying and Helen is enjoying. They're both having a great, wonderful time. They're not conscious who's taking more space, who's like for me it's a like क्या टेम्पो बढ़ता है यार जब वो आती है वो मतलब there is no song lyrics to it, it's just music, but it's na, 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 na. Like I love that song very 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 much. Also पैरों में बंधन, because वो एक्चुअली में तोड़ के आती है तो चीतन चिंगारियां तोड़ के आती है पैरों में बंधन और सिंदूर हटा के एकदम से तो वेरी अमरीश पुरी की आंखें यार, like we didn't really get on to Amrish Puri at all in the movie, but yeah, as
But yeah,
Diggy had
that
said,
is his.
He had a cameo, मतलब, but
I
it
mean,
was a good cameo,
हाँ,
that I'll say.
good. He
आंखें
did
देख के
like
तो मुझे
Amrish
सच
Puri
में डर
always does a
लगता है.
damn good job. Like whatever movie he's been in, I've never really seen he's done a bad job. You give him this mandate,
Means
he will do it well.
We have seen 3 movies in which Amrish Puri is there, no? And out of the 6, 50%.
He was
Yeah.
in
I think
Badshah.
so.
He was in this one.
Bacha,
And
Divana.
Divana mein tha.
Divana, no?
Divana में कहा था?
Divana, he was the
He's the
chacha,
main
na? Who
villain.
was the
Oh yes, of
he was
course,
the main
he was the
villain
main
जिसको
villain.
मारते
Yeah,
थे
yeah.
एंड में मर
He
जाता है
and
कूद
Monish
के
Bail, yeah.
Which I have forgotten only.
I have
Good
a
God,
worthless
memory.
memory.
ये
मेरे से
कौन
मत
सा
expect
ये
करना.
कौन सा
Yeah.
Oh,
Acha, cool.
but
SRK same moments. I will go first because otherwise you will take those.
okay,
पहले
go.
बताओ.
Hey,
It is
actually,
SRK.
I think we should let Preeti go first because last time she went
हाँ
last,
ठीक
and
है.
I
She
think
feels.
she has not had the first chance to give those simp moments.
Plus she
Oh,
has
I
simped
have
after this
to.
movie the most.
Yeah, for me, I think सारे गानों में like I was not like we didn't tell this here on the podcast, but we chat through the movies. And in this movie, most of the time, 60 minutes, of course, I was Gaia because I was just looking at Shah Rukh Khan in all his glory. Like I have no shame in accepting कि मैं बस like सब कुछ ही अच्छा लगता है मेरे को उसके उस सारे songs में मोहब्बतें टाइटल ट्रैक the ढोल scene, like the ढोल iconic ढोल दुनिया में कितनी है नफरतें फिर भी दिलों में है चाहते में the anguish that he has in his
Yeah.
face, it's one of my favorite scenes. And then the Aishwarya Shah Rukh hug that they share in a memory when he's telling the story of Valentine's Day. The hug, like the way he looks at her when she says yes
Yeah,
and she
that was one of
affirms,
mine also.
that's I
That was mine also. That's why I
yeah.
wanted to say it first. मुझे पता तुम लोग ले लोगे.
Okay, also I'll take one more minute, but I think the whole
No,
army convoy
before
that they
that, but
present in
also
that.
just to
Huh.
expand on that one scene where like he's hugging her and then like the army people in the background are all clapping and then like they both get shy for a moment and then he throws the bag and he hugs her again.
Yeah, the throws
so
the bag
cute.
again. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I
The
just wanted to
throwing the bag
describe
and
that.
getting again. Yeah, the throwing the bag. Just he's so shy and he's happy that he throws it and then he hugs her again. That's so cute. And I would like to mention that I think the movie came after Kargil, and that's why they chose army folks all around. Like they are in the movie throughout here and there in the film city. And I think it was kind of saying, okay, thank you for everything defense. So that's what
Yeah.
my interpretation of it is. क्योंकि मैं उस time पे जम्मू कश्मीर में थी, posted with my parents. I was very young, but yeah, that's
Oh.
what I thought of it.
I didn't know that.
So
Yeah.
but anyway, that was my too many thoughts on everything in this podcast.
Yeah, Deeksha, you can go now.
No,
SRK
you
same
go
moment.
next. You share yours.
अरे यार मेरा तुमने same moment तो ले लिया. But I think apart from that very cute moment where he's writes a reply letter to her, he waits for his reply, sort of ruffles his hair and then they hug. That was a very, very simpy moment for me. But apart from that, I think his scenes with Amitabh Bachchan, all of his scenes, it starts off with him being, intimidated. He's not actually intimidated, but he's showing that he's intimidated because he wants Amitabh Bachchan to feel that he has the power, while actually Shah Rukh Khan is the one trying to manipulate him and get his way, which I felt was really nicely done. Because when the reveal comes, he says, "Listen, I am not scared of you. Matlab, this is who I am," and how the dynamic keeps changing with every scene. Wo I really liked. That's what my interpretation out of those sequence of scenes of confrontation between them were. Very, very good acting, basically. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Your choice.
So for me, I think the song "Humko Humi Se Chura Lo," that was like the Shah Rukh romance that I had been waiting for. Like that's the with the just the interactions between the two of them. They're mirroring what's happening with the rest of the couples, and they're like वो picnic पे बैठ के wine पी रहे हैं and like वो एक दूसरे को चिढ़ा रहे हैं, and it was just so cute, and he's done it so well, and like he's so effortless in his romancing. I really liked every kind of moment of him in that song. I think that is like one of my top simp moments for SRK in this film. I think and also I don't know if I would call it a simp moment or like just a moment of admiration, but I thought his acting in the final scene was really good. Like just between him and Amitabh Bachchan, like that. I am glad that I kept my phone away, not to offend Preeti, and just watched the scene, so that like I could really take in that whole, like just from the moment that he goes and वो अपने उसके पैरों में पड़ जाता है, and like it was, yeah, he has acted really well in that entire scene. So that I think would
Yeah.
be a call out.
And I think this final sort of end with saying Mohabbatein is not just guy-girl romance, it is a feeling of love. And that also exists between Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan, where he
And Amitabh
says,
Bachchan. Yeah.
Amitabh Bachchan,
Like
sorry, Shah Rukh
in
Khan tells him that I do love you, like, because you are the closest thing I have to the love of my life, which I felt was
and we
very nice,
share
sort
the
of.
same love.
We share the
Yeah.
same love, which is very nicely done.
Yeah, you know
Yes,
what?
okay.
Before
Go
I
ahead.
just want to say that, like, when that scene was happening, when I sensed what was coming, my initial reaction was ye kya bakwas hai, but I actually thought they did it well. Like, in the sense ki
Yeah.
they made it believable for me that yes, it makes sense that Shah Rukh Khan is doing this for Aishwarya Rai. Like, initially I thought ye kya hai, matlab ye mar gayi to uske baap ke upar ja raha hai. But that was not what the movie ended up feeling like. Like it actually felt
Yeah.
more genuine, and it was really well done. Like that last scene I thought was good. I just want to acknowledge that, like, in spite of everything bad I've said about this movie, that part was really nice. Like the whole storyline between Shah Rukh and Amitabh and Aishwarya was, I would have watched this movie just if it was just the three of them. Like I think I said this also, it would have just been like a version of DDLJ, but that
Yeah.
that storyline was really, really well done.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
think this
now we
was
come back
highly,
to
highly
if you will
passionate
watch it again.
discussion. I think that's very clear, no? Like how the rating. Let's have it, Deeksha. How much would you rate? And I
I
know you
will.
won't watch it if there wasn't
Yeah, I
SRK.
think I'll give it 2.5 stars. One for the music,
Yeah.
one for Shah Rukh Khan, and half a star for the like just the storyline between Shah Rukh, Aishwarya, and Amitabh. I will never watch this movie again, hopefully, and I will continue watching the songs, obviously, but 3.5 hours of my life to
Yeah.
this movie, I will not be
Dude, it's
providing.
rated 7 out of 10 on IMDb. So
Good for
publicly, it's also
good for the movie, good for everyone that watched the movie. I do not give a fuck. I am not watching this film again.
This is so funny. Okay. Preeti, what is it? I just want to
Three and
both
a
of your
half,
ratings
I think.
together.
Three
Okay.
and a half, 3.5.
Yeah,
Mostly
yeah,
Shah Rukh will not watch if not for Shah Rukh. Totally, I think Shah Rukh,
yeah.
Amitabh are the pillars of this movie, and rightly so.
Yeah.
So is the music. Like Jatin Lalit were at their peak when they made this music, and yeah, I mostly do watch the songs again and again. Will I watch the movie again? Probably, but maybe skip through all the other Chintu Pinto stories. But
Oh, I want
Chintu
to
Pinto.
add that, like, if I was watching this movie and Shah Rukh Khan was not in it, I would have shut it off within 30 minutes. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I would not watch it if it was.
yeah, I would
anyone
not.
else than Shah Rukh.
Yeah, if anybody else plays Shah Rukh, I would not watch the movie at all. Will not think of it also.
Yeah. Same, I think. I would rate around 3. I didn't hate it, so I wouldn't go below that. So 3 out of 5. My favorite parts of the movie is some music and acting by Shah Rukh, Jimmy Shergill, Aishwarya, and Amitabh Bachchan. Yeah, obviously wouldn't watch it. I don't think I'm going to watch it again. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, but if it's on TV and people sitting, I won't mind. I won't turn it off. I'm sure Deeksha would.
You
Yeah.
basically feel the same way about this movie as I do, but you're giving it 3 stars because you cannot give less than 3 stars to a Shah Rukh Khan movie. I'm going to keep choosing movies that are bad. I want to get to a movie which is so bad कि diggy में उसको bad rating दे. मतलब
And
that is now the
I know those
benchmark.
movies. I know in my mind where those movies are. I will rate them badly. I didn't feel that strongly. I echo a lot of your thoughts. You are more passionate about them. I'm not as much. But yeah, I think overall, 3 is a good enough rating. Sure. And what are we watching
You
next, guys? Who's choosing?
guess.
Preeti
Yeah,
is
I'm
choosing, right?
Choosing.
Yes, it's
2010s,
2010s.
na? We get one
Yeah.
movie each to choose, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
इतनी
there
movies
are.
ही नहीं है 2010s में कि दो guess हो यार.
हाँ, प्रीति को क्या अच्छा
One of you
लगेगा
will
यार?
guess, I think so.
I don't think उसको अच्छा लगेगा, but I think she might have picked 0. I'm gonna guess that.
हाँ, उसकी म्यूजिक अच्छा है क्योंकि there are some really good songs.
No, I think she also might just
Ah.
want to get it out of the way, and she also has a lot of opinions to share about it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm gonna go with 0.
Maybe I'm gonna go with जब तक है जान.
Yeah, Deeksha guess it. It's 0.
It's 0 only. Arey. Damn.
We are
Yeah.
going to try to watch 0.
Oh yeah,
Try is
0 is going
my
to be your Mohabbatein, except like nobody else will like it over there.
dude, like I have too many opinions about it, and I watched it in the theaters as well.
So did I.
So I am
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
excited to talk about it. Oh, you
You haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it?
it?
Oh,
Yeah.
this
No,
is
why
going
would
to
I
be
watch
fun.
it? It had such bad reviews, word of mouth and
I
critics.
watched
Like
first
nothing
first
attractive
weekend, yeah.
about that movie. I
First
stopped
weekend.
watching Shah Rukh Khan movies after Ravan came out. I was like, अब अच्छी review आएगी तो मैं जाके देखूंगी. मैंने जाके दियोर जिंदगी देखा था और कुछ नहीं देखा मैंने 2010 का, ठीक है?
नहीं, I तो watched all of them
हाँ.
almost first day, first shows
अच्छा
or
नहीं
first
मैंने
weekend.
नहीं देखे हैं बहुत सारे बट मैंने 0 देखी थी because it's a bit personal. I will tell why it is personal, but it would be fun, Deeksha, that you see it because I think I had like a lot of personal things about the movie, so I have like lots of opinion. But it would be nice to see it from a different lens. So I'm quite excited for this to be a fun. Try to watch it. If at some point I say okay, bye, nahi ho payega, so chalo.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us stop
We'll
blabbering now
discuss more
and
next time, yeah.
Yes.
yes,
Cool.
very passionate
Very
podcast.
passionate.
Have
Yes,
fun,
yes.
guys.
But those are the
Okay.
most fun ones now. You have a lot to say.
Yes.
Bye
Thanks for
bye.
tuning in. Bye bye.